everybody! Today I'm going to show you how to draw this hairstyle, and this will be multiple parts. So today I'm just showing you how to draw one hairstyle, but I will show you how to draw 6 in total, so stay tuned for those videos. 2 other announcements. My first announcement is I am working on an animation, a Darkstalker animation. If you don't know what Darkstalker is or who he is, then you must not be a Wings of Fire fan, or you have only read the first 5-ish books. Well, it's going to be the Nowhere King, so I'm really excited. I've been working on that for a few days, so stay tuned for that. Another thing is I am making a podcast called Geeks, Gods, Dragons, and More. I only have the intro out currently, but if you like to listen to podcasts or you're interested in it, I do have that, so let's get started. Okay, so first you will need a sheet of paper and a pencil. Any kind of pencil works. So I'm going to start off with drawing just a simple head. However you draw a head is fine, or you can draw a head how I do. You might draw the same way I do, but it really depends on how you want it to look, because maybe you'll use it as a guide, or maybe you'll use it as an actual drawing. So I'm just working on that. Make sure that you leave the upper area of the head a little lighter. Add some ears and a neck, but leave it like that. You can add a body if you want, but I do not recommend it. Basically, it's an upside down house. Here's the house shape that many people use, and here's the face I use. Similar. So once you've got that head shape, you're going to want to start focusing on the upper part of the head, forehead and up. So we're going to be drawing a ponytail. So kind of don't know what I did that. Erase any extra lines that you have, in case you did like a very sketchy circle. So you just want 1 or 2 lines being shown, and they should be overlapping. Find where the middle of the head is, and go a little past that to make another line. Just like so. I did brighten the screen a little bit because it was starting to get blurry and it was hard for me to see what I was doing. So now erase that middle line and fill in where you erased. So now we actually got to make the ponytail part. So draw a hairband. It can be thin, it can be thicker, it can be bulky, it can be any way you want. I'm just drawing more something that's kind of like a scrunchie. You can also draw a scrunchie that's more puffy, or however you want it. Just make sure you can see it and it's noticeable. Then go a little bit past, in between the middle and where you put the hairband / scrunchie, and start to make this curve that'll go over half the head. And you can do it And just like me, where you have a few curves going when you go down, you can have it as long or as short as you want. It could be shorter than I have it, or let's say the same, or longer. And then you'll want to end it right by the bottom of the ear and the edge of the chin. Then you can add these little lines to show kind of like where the hair goes. And if you put a lot of lines like me, then you might want to do a light erasing, just because, or erase a few or something like that, so that it's not too chaotic, because ponytails don't exactly look like that. Next, you kind of want to find the hairline. It would be about a eraser plus the metal part of the eraser length away from the top of the head, if you're doing the same style of head I did. Otherwise, you can just do from ear to ear how you feel. Lightly erase it, and then start to add whatever kind of bangs or the hair on the forehead, because I mean, unless you want it to be more pulled back. And then a little bit above the top of the head line, you can add the now hair, because that's the new hair and that was the head, not the hair. And once you've got that, you can go thicker with the lines, and then you can add these little strips of hair that just go in front of the ears and next to the head to just give it, I think it makes it look cute and just kind of neat. Here are some other ways to draw a ponytail if you don't want it to be this kind of wavy design. This is very messy, so you don't have to draw this. You can if you want, but it's not necessary. Draw the scrunchie or whatever. And this one's the straight, so it just goes straight down. It goes a little curve and then straight down, and then another straight that doesn't go quite as close to the ear as the wavy. Next is a kind of messy style. I would say this one is pretty neat. The misshapen ears are kind of dorky. So this one, you just kind of go in and you kind of freestyle it, where you lift off your pen or pencil off the paper as you go through a lot. It's kind of maybe if the hair is blowing in the wind more than anything, because it looks like it's going off to the side. And the last one is just a messed up head. And you make the head, and then you add the neck, you add an ear and another ear. And another ear, I guess. You can add this kind of rocky, it's kind of shaking your hand the entire time as you go through, and it's kind of making it a little messy, but still holding together. If it makes it easiest for you, you can just draw a basic kind of messy or wavy or straight ponytail, and then just kind of add onto it the triangle kind of bumpy feeling. So those are 3 others that you can do. And then we'll get back to this one. the wavy ponytail. So that's 4 different kinds of ponytails you can do in drawing. And then at the bottom of all the kind of triangles you did, you can add this little shading just to kind of give it some dimension. You don't add as much shading if you did something more like anime or cartoony. And sometimes if you add color, you'll just do a darker version of the color that the hair is. Like maybe you did kind of blondish, then you'll just add a darker kind of yellow color. And if you did brown, add a kind of darker brown, a chocolatey color. And then if you did black, you just maybe do a lighter black instead. So as you get farther and you feel like you're done adding these like little triangles to make it messy, then you can shade those in, and then you can start to kind of darker outline it. Add the inside of the ears. And so erase the guidelines for the head. And draw that line again. And the line that goes through the middle to show you where the eyes go, and kind of to give that plus sign in the middle of the face. It should line up with the ears or the insides of the ears mostly. And then add a few lines here and there. I probably shouldn't have added that many, but you know, can't go back on that now. And then lightly erase it just so that you can still see it, but it's not like, ooh, I can really see it. It's really there. It's dark. And after you've got that, you can darken it and just darken it like that. I have an arrow and another one. You'll see what it is in a second. Ta-da! Oh, so cute. Oh, another style, after you know how to do this ponytail, draw the head, and for this you gotta find where the center of the head is. Oh, it's so messy. Well, it's easiest if you find the center of the head, and then you go from there to make 2 other lines. And then you draw 2 hair bands. And you basically do the same thing we just did, but on both sides of the head. You do the dimension to show that the hair is hair and not just flat on the head, because not much hair is like that. And you can do it however you want. You can do 2 straight ponytails, you can do 2 messy ponytails, you can do 2 curly ponytails, you could do 2 wavy ponytails, you could do a mix, or you could do a totally different kind, and you're totally welcome to make up your own. And that's how to draw pigtails. I started drawing a bunch of arrows. Really like drawing arrows at that point. Yeah. So I'm just going in and showing you guys a few different kinds of bangs that you can add. For these straight ponytail, you might want to do it more kind of pulled back without the little strands of hair going in front of the ears, depending on how fancy you want it, because I feel like people with straight ponytails and straight hair, I don't know why, I just have this feeling that they're like more professional at doing their hair back, because it's always long, because you can tell it's straight. And here I do, just adding time and showing a math problem, I guess. And then trying to match it up. So basically what I'm trying to say is the hair plus the head equals hair on a head. I don't know. Ta-da. I don't know why I keep on doing that. And then a triangle, I guess. Okay, so don't stop the video yet because it's not over. Just joking, it is. Okay, bye. I hope you have a great day.